Hi there, Gemini. Thank you so much for tuning in. Love and light to you all here. We're here with your full moon in Gemini reading. It's so exciting. The full moon in Gemini. The full moon is already, right, a point and a peak of potential, of the highest form of energy flow in the birth chart. Take it as you want. I mentioned the birth chart. If you, let's say I'm seeing specifically for a number of you, you've got your midheaven angle sign in the sign of Gemini, in the constellation zone of Gemini. Take it as you will. However, the Gemini energies may be playing out in your very own personal chart. Nonetheless, Gemini, yet again, right, in the moon cycle, right? So full moon is the highest peak of energy flow. So let's get into it for you. We'll try to get a Celtic cross out. We'll read the energies that have been leading up into this full moon, that will be cascading out of the full moon, and any other matters that may be sort of manifesting here. Let's get on with your reading, dear Gemini, and thank you all so much for your dear support with these readings, your guidance as well. Love and light to you all here, and thank you for connecting. The Temperance card coming right up and out. I'm hearing we are super curious around this time. We know, I'm hearing potential when we see it. Yes. Oh, yes, we do. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse right behind the Temperance card. The Hierophant mirroring the Temperance card. The Eight of Wands in reverse mirroring the Nine of Wands in reverse. We know when something is, I'm hearing, making our heart skip a beat. And I'm seeing that you are, again, really carving out a sort of space to further investigate that. Like, if you've met someone and you're interested in them, I'm seeing you like being like, okay, I'm hearing, what train do they take again? Sort of feeling like, how do I get on that same Polar Express to, I'm hearing Narnia. I'm hearing the North Pole as well. There could be focus on season, something that you perhaps want to carry out in a certain season. And I'm seeing you getting super crafty here, Gemini. It's like, yes, I'm hearing, I do want to know. I'm hearing how they do their homework. Actually, Gemini, you might be really stalking someone here. But it's all I'm hearing, in the name of love. Oh my God, Gemini. These songs have been coming through for you. Coming through for you. Two of Pentacles upright. Mother Wands in reverse. I'm hearing shake it. I'm hearing shake it up. Shake it up. Is it a song? Shake. Whatever that song is, if anybody knows, please feel free to comment it. Dear Gemini, I'm getting kind of hot here. Let me just do away with this layer here. And there's a question of, as I'm getting it for a number of you, like, the final step. I'm hearing the moment that the first word, the deciding point, that yes, the Death card, perpendicular to the Five of Swords, that we make, I'm hearing, our role known. I'm hearing in this union, for a number of you, I'm hearing though also in this movie script. And if you're, for a number of you, working in a certain industry, I'm seeing that you're very passionate, also very much prioritizing the practice that you make known. And I'm getting that you're really rising here with the Son of Pentacles, looking over the Nine of Swords in reverse. Like, I don't need to tell my story 1,000 times to tell you what I'm trying to say when I'm telling it. And if you're a teacher here, Gemini, I'm seeing that your students are really appreciating the kind of I'm hearing math you're doing for them on the board. I'm hearing, and outside of the classroom as well. There could be a focus on what you may be supplementing I'm seeing it if you're working with like a team, what you're supplementing that space with. It's like, I'm not just going to give you 5 problems and then tell you to go play hacky sack at home. I'm gonna really like test you. And if you're a mentor, Gemini, around this time, or if you're even working with a mentor, this can be going in a number of ways. If you're working with a mentor, then there could really be that dedication. I mean, I'm seeing it as like dedication, and someone here is very focused, very passionate. I'm hearing specifically about where they want to be taking their work, where they want to be taking their things. They might be getting up and moving, leaving. They may be changing homes. They might be translocating. The Chariot with the Ace of Pentacles, the Devil, the Ace of Cups, and the Son of Pentacles. I'm seeing you like on a roll here, the Three of Wands. Mirroring the Tower, you're like, bring it on. I'm hearing, how many sticks do we need to start building the fire that's going to take that tree down? I was like, I'm seeing it specifically in that way for you, Gemini. And you got the Son of Wands connecting the Tower to the Three of Wands. I'm seeing it as like someone who like willingly accepts burning off residual. I'm hearing radio frequencies. Very interesting. Like almost like if there's something that has been somewhat distracting, somewhat, Gemini, also I'm hearing like a space of indecision, like somewhat confusing. I'm seeing it as like almost white noise, like static. And if this is going by really quickly for you, Gemini, and you'd like to slow it down, you can change the speed setting at the base of this video, and you can slow it down. I think when you change it, kind of like my gesticulations also slow down. So, and my voice, obviously, right, it slows down too. It kind of sounds a little bit odd, but we can take it as you will. Gemini. Now, there is a focus, as I'm getting it, on a certain message that you want to deliver. I'm seeing it as a message. I'm seeing it as something that it's almost like I want to put the honey in the pot. I'm hearing, I want to really, I'm hearing, start that conversation up. And it maybe as it relates to a certain contract, it may be a process of negotiation also that you want to really get going. It's like, let me start throwing in the change I'm hearing in the chapter that we're going to start writing to get it going, whatever that may mean for a number of you. And I'm seeing that this could be, I'm hearing literary, long-term leasing. I'm hearing management of a property for a number of you. Perhaps specific message here coming through. You got the Father of Pentacles that's mirroring the Justice card. Okay. And the Six of Wands upright. I'm getting here specifically, there could be 6 individuals involved. And you got the Six of Cups mirroring the Six of Wands. There could be a number of individuals involved, or a number of spaces physically, or even industries or projects that you're thinking of aggregating. And there could be as well a focus on community. I'm hearing family life, family members, but the number 6 in some kind of way can be a focus. But I'm seeing you, Gemini, as you're like, listen, whoever needs to show up, I'm hearing, to the meeting, let's just make sure that we make it on a Monday, because that's going to tell everyone that we were made for Mondays to work out. And it's like, whoa, I'm seeing like other people like being like, wow, are they in the lobby like reading the newspaper when they're waiting for us to like have that one lease written out? And I'm hearing confidentiality agreement as well. This could be something that you want to get kind of funding for, that you want to take to I'm hearing a radio show host. You want to take, I'm hearing, to another channel. You want to really broadcast. And I'm seeing that it's kind of like a bounce. I'm hearing a bounce, but I was going to say a ball that you really want to bounce, like you're eager, like it's this feeling. It's like when you're in the supermarket, and I don't know if they still have them around, but there would be like these big cages with like those huge bouncy balls that were so colorful and had different patterns. And sometimes you're tempted to get one and throw one, and then sometimes you're tempted to throw yourself in the cage and start jumping around in the balls themselves. Whatever that may mean, remember, you take it as you will. Okay, can be taken, perceived, and interpreted in a number of ways. Gemini. But there's a focus on what you are not retaining any longer as a vision. It's like, well, I'm seeing it as like, I'm seeing someone. Okay, it's like, no. I'm seeing 2 people in an office, and one person usually routinely, and it doesn't have to be literal, right, Gemini? It could be almost like perceptive. It's like how I work with myself in a certain paradigm, in a certain space. Okay, well, I go into the office, I do some work, and then I get ready to move out. And I'm hearing gather my groceries list. I'm hearing, and pack them up. It's like I'm seeing almost like as a remedial sort of version of a certain moment that you see yourself eventually taking on to another step and stage and level. It's like, okay, eventually I know that I'm going to not just be packing groceries. I'm going to be, I'm hearing, managing I'm hearing properties themselves. Very interesting. I'm seeing it as like something that you want to take to like the next level yet again, Gemini. And it's like like, but in the meantime, there's perhaps a theoretical side to how certain processes are being carried out. And it's like, okay, I'm seeing someone who's like in an office and they're writing out a certain script as well here, the Father of Swords in reverse. That's not yet official, mirroring the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. For a number of you, you may be waiting on funding here. Absolutely, you may be thinking of also rewriting a contract. I'm hearing serviceable mission. And it's like, I'm hearing do the GoFundMe thing. I'm hearing specifically for a number of you. We gotta know. I'm hearing babies got back, like whatever that may mean. It's like we gotta make sure that we are funded. I'm hearing to kind of be. I'm hearing finding I'm hearing the feathers to the pen that we write the letter with. Very interesting. I'm hearing in hand. I'm almost seeing is like we gotta know. I mean, I'm seeing you like. Again, Gemini, and there's a strong good in here coming through for you. I'm seeing you yet again in this room. Let me back up. I see you in this room, and you're working with an individual, and generally, right, it's like routine. It's like, okay, this individual comes in, they do something, and then they come out, and it's like I'm almost seeing them like counting papers, like receipts, like something like almost to the kind of air of, let's say, an accountant, what an accountant would do, okay? Whatever that may mean for a number of you, I'm back going to mention it that way. Always take it as you will, Gemini. But I'm hearing leaving an absence note, a letter. And you're like, as that person is walking out, I'm hearing moving out as well of that room, you present them, I'm hearing, with an obstacle course, specifically as the Tower comes out, right over the Emperor in reverse. It's like, I'm seeing, and again, it could be right you with you, Gemini. How is it that you are presenting to yourself a very clear direction that you want to physically move in, outside of the room, in a different direction? I'm always seeing is like, usually this one person always moves outside of the room via a certain path, and it can be by way of what has been moved through in the past. I'm hearing what has been processed in the past, but I said the path as well, take it as you will. But the focus is I'm getting at, Gemini, is on how you make your next move one that moves I'm hearing the market that you operate in. And I'm seeing, it's so fascinating because I'm seeing you as being, it's like in a room, it could be an office, right? And it's like I go in, I go out. I'm hearing the passage of time. I'm hearing, oh, how golden the sun looks. I'm hearing every October. And this could have been something that you've been really, it could be a focus on cycles here, on seasons though. And I'm seeing it as something that you've really been kind of like had on your mind thinking about. I'm hearing 8, the number 8 being a focus. And I'm hearing aid as well, financial aid. You got the 8 of Pentacles. You might be really like practicing something, writing something, a proposal. And it's like, I'm hearing enough. I'm hearing suddenly. It's like, enough. We are now going to be taking the show on the road by way of now identifying the wheels that need to be on the, I'm hearing motorbike, I'm hearing motorcycle as well, that's going to be servicing the mission. I'm hearing to enable the greatest impact. And I'm seeing it almost in this way for you, Geminis, you wanting to be very, very clear on what you want to be, what it is that you want to be making a major, I'm hearing worldwide, world-class event for. And this can be an event, I'm hearing that is a matter of, let's say, publication even. How it is that you're publishing something, a certain body of work, a piece of writing, I'm hearing specifically. Ace of Cups in reverse and the Son of Pentacles upright. I'm hearing this has been a long-term project. I'm hearing cycle as well, that you've moved through. And eventually you've realized, though, that it hasn't just been that. I'm hearing it hasn't just been what it has been, right? It's like if I've been, let's say, sketching on paper, if I've been illustrating, if I've been emotionalizing, if I've been interpreting, if I've been preparing, I'm not going to be, I'm hearing the rocket science, I'm not going to be just rocking on the wheelchair. I'm hearing I'm going to be running with the wheels in hand. Again, and it's very interesting because I'm seeing you with like a pen, Gemini. And it's like, and I want to take my jacket off right here. I'm like getting kind of clammy. I'm hearing everywhere. Okay. Okay, I'm hearing in the uppermost region, and I'm seeing it as like a heat. I'm hearing clamminess here, right here, the chest. I'm hearing heat wave with the strength card. I'm seeing someone who's running in like a desert, in the desert heat with the strength card. You might be dealing with a Leo, and if so, I'm hearing they will not leave you alone. I'm hearing, and you are at a loss for words for how fast they can run when they know that you're going to be at that one grocery store. I'm hearing buying lipstick. I'm hearing chocolate as well. Again, whatever that may mean, in particular, like this person might be kind of like, I'm hearing they think you're cute. I'm hearing, but they also think that you're, I'm hearing the community angel. Very interesting. The Mother of Cups coming through, mirroring the Ten of Cups. Always take it as you will here. And the Devil coming through. This could be someone who's got a lot of Leo in their chart, a lot of Capricorn as well. Someone who does not want to miss a heartbeat. I'm hearing miss a chance as well to cast you in their claws. In whatever way that we meant for you, be it, or be it, whatever way that we meant for you. I'm seeing it as like bear claws as well. Okay, Gemini. It could be so many interpretations. Always take as you will, but I'm seeing it as well. Clause, C-L-A-U-S-E. And you got a lot of air charts here, air signs. You could have a lot of people in your midst, a lot of people who may be related to this individual who might be in that clause already, and they're like, well, when you enter, how are we all going to be watering the plants of this garden together? And they might be wanting to, I'm hearing, introduce you to certain people. I'm hearing to bring you on a certain list. I'm hearing hit list. I'm hearing one hit wonders, whatever that may mean for a number of you. I'm seeing it though as well as being related to a certain legal contract. Okay, and they're like, let's bring her in. I'm hearing specifically. I'm hearing, and let's take her breath away as well. I'm hearing, let's also begin. I'm hearing specifically. And if you're dealing, this could be your own energy. Gemini, you're coming through with a lot of fire energy here around this time. Be it another fire sign, be it your own energy yet again. There's a focus on how you are, and it doesn't necessarily have to be in the way of, well, let's say that you've got you've got fire in your chart, but in the way of, let's say that this could be the energy that you are accentuating, announcing, publicizing. I'm hearing specifically around this time, in a very like performative way, right? Fire being associated with what you carry out on a broad, expansive level as well. I'm hearing specifically related to the Devil here. Given that there is a strong overlap between what you are creating physically, what you're contributing to, what you maybe also, I'm hearing excited about. But at the same time, what, I'm hearing you're carrying into the future. I'm hearing into the long run, long haul, baby. And I'm seeing that this is, be it you, someone think of this, be it someone else who's thinking of this. I'm seeing this Gemini as being in the way of that, you know, there's so much here at stake. There's so much at stake. The Five of Pentacles falling on the ground. And the question is, what is it that you transmute? What is it that you choose to I'm hearing pop in your mouth and start chewing as the bubble gum of the piece, whatever that may mean for you. Something that you know, it's like when I start chewing this gum, it's not like I'm gonna, have like a one time chew and then I'm gonna spit it out and choose another piece of gum. It's like, whatever that may mean for a number of you, I'm seeing it as like being something that is related to, let's say, what you are investing in heavily. And someone else, again, there are a number of people here in this, I'm hearing community, in this also, in this conversation, in this equation, in this calculation, be it financial, be it formal, be it physically focused. There's and legally as well. I'm hearing it though, finances being a focus here strongly. There being somewhat of a space of interpretation as well. And it's like, well, if we bring them on, we want to be very clear on what role you're playing, what role I'm playing, and how we're going to be choosing our. I'm hearing teens for the choice awards as well. Whatever that may mean for a number of you, you may be kind of thinking about what eventually, yet again, has a certain term that it lives out and through into the long term. And I'm getting here that for a number of you, this is a very special opportunity as you feel it. The Three of Wands. It's like, I can't pretend that I didn't see. I'm hearing her face on the board. I'm hearing on the marker as well. I can't pretend like I don't see that there is a form of potential here. And for a number of you, you might be getting discovered. Another individual I'm hearing might be involved here as well. There could be, I'm seeing a number of individuals here. I'm seeing the number 5 as well. As I'm hearing Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Strength card coming out right then and there. You focus on what, though, is going to be impactful, what the impact is going to be of this show that's brought full circle. And in whatever way that may be meant for you, Gemini, again, general reading, right? It can be taken, perceived in a turbo number of ways, and always take it as you will. But for a number of you, this could be happening on a professional level. And if you're watching specifically for matters related to career, public life, finances, what you carry out in the long term, over time, you may want to check out your midheaven angle sign, okay? And you can calculate that if you don't know it and you like to calculate it via the link in the description box below. Gemini, okay. Oh my God, I'm hearing that song. I'm hearing, oh mama, go. What's that song? And it came into mind as I'm hearing flash dancing with the Ace of Wands, like burn mama, burn, like something of that nature. Okay, again, if anybody knows that song, please comment it. The Devil, looking over the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, mirroring the Ace of Wands upright. You're getting, Gemini, mirroring Pisces, you are getting into your groove. You're getting into the space that you want to be channeling a certain space of recognition for, on a broad, expansive level, on a public level. It's like, yeah, I'm hearing, yeah, this is how I want to be, standing on the sideline of my own story. It's like, yeah, this is how I want to be written up about in the newspaper when I'm walking home and I'm working on my I'm hearing my to-dos, my to-do tasks list. It's like, yeah, I'm realizing what I kind of want. I'm hearing my moments to be made of, to also lead to down the line. I'm seeing there's a focus on the future here, Gemini, on what it is that you've eventually, that you see, that you've seen yourself eventually bringing full circle. Now, let us pull a few more cards and see what comes through for you. We'll pull some cards for the energies leading up into the full moon, the energies leading right into the peak of it, and leading out as well, Gemini. Let's see what's coming through for you. Oh, Gemini. I'm hearing again that song. Burn, mama, burn. Is it burn? Is it churn? I'm hearing whose turn is it as well to choose what it's going to be. And yet again, Gemini, the feeling I'm getting here is that you want to be very direct. Sorry about that, Gemini. Okay, the phone cut there. Now let's get back into it for you. Again, we were saying that there's this desire to be very direct, and it's like, I want to tell him. I'm hearing, if I see him, if I see him, I'm hearing, period, I'm going to tell him. I'm going to tell him that I think he's handsome. I'm hearing specifically as well for a number of the Emperor coming right up and out right there, mirroring the Three of Cups. It's like, if I have the chance to sort of delineate, I'm hearing the Doctor from the Doctor's note, let me be very clear with that. And I'm seeing for a number of you really wanting to get clear. I'm hearing, I want clarity. I don't want him to wonder if I think his mustache is cute or kind of curly. I'm hearing at the ends. I want him to I'm hearing specifically know that I notice it. And it's like, I'm seeing for a number of you, Gemini, that you don't really want to be like cute in that space in whatever way that may be meant for you. I'm seeing it as like, I don't want it to come off as like, you're so cute. I'm hearing, and I'm seeing specifically like someone who's looking at someone's mustache and like kind of wondering like what they kind of want to, I'm hearing, memorize about that. I'm hearing also what they kind of want to make a memory of about that, what they want to kind of mention, I'm hearing as well. And it's almost like there could be something or a certain act, a moment, an action that you see really like reliving. I'm hearing reliving strongly. It's like when I interact with them, I know that that's going to be, it's almost like I'm seeing someone who's going to meet someone or have a certain type of event. I'm hearing emotional in a certain way, and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to meet this person, and their pictures are going to be taken, and we're going to be walking down, I'm hearing the aisle as well for a number of you, whatever that may mean for a number of you, take it as you will. And it's like, I want to know that I'm going to be, I'm hearing resting after the surface level of that interaction. Whatever that way that may be meant for you, it's like I'm seeing you being wanting to be very obvious in the way that you want to carry out a certain interaction. It's like, I don't want to leave that room with them wondering if I wanted them to want more. I'm hearing of that. It's like, I don't want them to think that I don't know as well what story I want to write here. The Temperance card coming right up now. You are not shy, Gemini, around this time. Whoa, the Magician coming through as well. It's like, I'm hearing, if you didn't see me, I'm hearing Temperance. Take a look again. I'm hearing, take a look at me now. Whoa, is that Journey? Is that Phil Collins? Okay, the Mother of Pentacles upright, mirroring the Temperance card. I'm hearing we're getting serious. I'm hearing if we have to even tell them that we want to pay to show up at their show, to tell them that we want, I'm hearing to have their audience. I'm hearing in our orchestra. Very interesting. This could be a financial partnership, a professional partnership for a number of you. But I'm seeing it as like you're taking the, I'm hearing the turns that you feel you need to take. And again, this could be the energy of another Gemini, but I'm hearing let's slow down here with the Death card in reverse, horizontally laid, rather, right next to the Lovers, parallel to the Lovers. The Chariot right beneath the Death card over the Lovers. The Three of Pentacles upright. And I'm seeing that right before you have this encounter, I'm hearing chance encounter as well. I'm seeing that you remember. I'm hearing how your roller skates roll when you're I'm hearing rolling to the edge. I'm hearing rolling closer and closer to the conversation. I'm hearing as well. And it's like I'm seeing you almost like running. It's like in the movies, Gemini, like when someone is running up to like catch someone. It's like someone's got a okay, one second, let me pick up this card off the ground. Five of Pentacles. Okay, it fell on the ground there, Gemini. There could be a focus as well for a number of you on what I'm hearing tastes like candy but doesn't feel like candy after you eat it. And in whatever that may meant for a number of you, again, there could be a focus on what you want to get really, really clear on. And again, if it could be in the way that you may have been approaching a certain topic, a certain direction physically with someone. It's like, I don't like leaving and then wondering if I liked the color of their lipstick, or if I liked how they left me wanting more. I'm hearing, or how they left me with that love letter in hand, but no, I'm hearing list serve to announce it on. Very interesting. The Two of Cups in reverse, mirroring the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, this could be a negotiation for a number of you. It's like, I don't want to negotiate so hard or play hard to get so hard that they don't know if I'm hearing I am available as well. It's like, I don't want it to be the kind of thing where we don't know each other, I'm hearing as well anymore, where it's, you know, it's like that kind of thing. I'm almost imagining the Hermit, okay? But nonetheless, let's backtrack to that storyline here, Gemini. It's almost like in the movies, right? When there are the two characters, and it's like one individual hadn't professed love in a certain way, and to the degree that the other person considered that they were no longer, I'm hearing, looking for love, whatever that may mean after a number of you. And then it's like at the moment at which one individual realizes, oh my goodness, I'm hearing, it's our last dance, our last chance for love. It's like, it's like you catch sight of them like leaving somewhere, going somewhere. They're going to be somewhere. They're going to be a mirroring professor of something. It's almost like right before they take off. I'm hearing on that plane. It's like comes running down the highway. I'm hearing the highway. Also, I'm hearing speeding officer ticket, whatever that means for a number of you. Like comes running down. I'm hearing the altar as well. Oh my goodness, got the Hierophant mirroring the Magician. I'm hearing the Jester, does he know how to bounce? I'm hearing at the ball, whatever that may mean in particular review. I'm hearing that he's attending, take it as you will. Always Gemini, take it as you will. In whatever way that may mean for you, I'm almost seeing like someone who like comes and like wants to interrupt a certain, I'm hearing invocation, I'm hearing specifically, okay. The Hierophant in reverse, Seven of Swords in reverse. Nonetheless, again, it can be taken, perceived, and interpreted in a number of ways, but I'm seeing it in the way of, yet again, I'm seeing someone specifically like getting on an airplane and down the runway, like this person who hears of them leaving, the Fool flying out, bolts, and it's like, I've got to catch them before they take off. And it's like, this, I'm hearing, sounds totally ridiculous, I'm hearing in some ways, to a lot of people, perhaps around you, around that other person. The Fool mirroring here, the Star. It's almost like someone who sees like a celebrity. And what is a celebrity? Okay, always take it as you will, right? What does it mean to be famous or popular? Take it as you will. And it's like the moment that they see them, they're like, oh my gosh, I just heard that I'm hearing Harry the Aquarius, the Fool, is on, I'm hearing, Main Street. Oh my goodness, I have to run. And it's like everyone around you is like, are you good? I'm hearing, are you good? I'm hearing, are you mining for gold? I'm hearing as well for a number of you, whatever that may mean. And it's like, I'm seeing it as being in the way of, like, you're grateful. I'm hearing, if anything, for the moment, for the opportunity to get, I'm hearing to catch pace with, to catch up with this individual as well. And it's like, I'm hearing, I've got to make, I'm hearing the memory. One that is, I'm hearing minty fresh in their mind. The Six of Wands up right over the Justice card in reverse. Very interesting. See you wanting to remind someone, rekindle a certain, I'm hearing program as well here. The Hermit at the base of your spread, right over the Mother of Cups in reverse. It could be one that has been strategically laid out. It could be one, this could have to do with academics for a number of you, but I'm seeing it as something that, and I'm seeing for a number of you, it's almost like you want to deliver a certain document right before someone like signs another one. Like, it's like that kind of feeling. It's like, oh, right before they sign off on that, let me just make sure that they've got, I'm hearing their honors program here first. I'm hearing marked on. It's like that kind of thing. It could be like related to scheduling. Nonetheless, Gemini, but the feeling that I'm getting, always take it as you will, is that you understand specifically, I'm hearing specifically what you are working towards, and I'm hearing what you want to manifest, the Hierophant in reverse, and the Magician in reverse, what it is that you see there being potential for. And slowly but surely, Gemini, there is, I'm hearing a candy cane along that row of houses that you recognize and that you know is that one symbol. I'm hearing that one symbol here. I'm seeing it as being related to the star. I'm seeing someone who's running down this like one lane. I'm hearing fast lane as well. I'm hearing freeway. I'm hearing fries, cheese fries, whatever that may mean for a number of you. And it's like they're running and they're like, in the moment that they're chasing after someone, and I'm not seeing it, okay, the Cookie Monster, the Cookie Monster, I'm not seeing it in that way. I'm seeing it as Cookie Monster, Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, but again, take it as you will, Gemini. I know some people, what is going on? Okay. But yet again, the feeling I'm getting is that it's almost like when you're running down this one, I'm hearing store aisle as well. It's like as you're passing through and you're running in the heartbeat of the moment, you're like, am I crazy? I'm hearing, but then you totally obliterate that possibility out of your mind and suddenly you realize and you catch sight of I'm hearing a certain song for a number of you. It's like almost like then something's playing on the radio like while that's happening, or like you catch a glimpse of like, I'm hearing a word on like a cereal box. I'm hearing like syrup, and you're like, I'm hearing candies. I'm hearing Nestle, whatever that may mean for a number of you, and you're like, that's their favorite. I'm hearing, I've got to catch them. It's like that kind of feeling. It's like something like, I'm hearing pushes you, the Fool, to do what you have, I'm hearing done in your mind a million times over, but that you realize is not yet finished. And it's because there is a certain storyline that you want to be, I'm hearing speaking out loud about. I'm hearing speaking out about. There is a focus, though, on how you meet. I'm hearing physically with someone, how you meet up physically with someone. And there could be the paradigm of physical interaction, of also location that might be a focus. It's like, I'm seeing for a number of you, it's like you might be trying to catch someone. I'm hearing it's like, I don't want to miss them in their train sort of feeling. The Fool and the Empress, this is right around Thanksgiving time, okay? If you're at the airport, make sure you got your passport, Gemini, okay? The Son of Pentacles. I'm hearing Sotheby's, Son of Pentacles in reverse, right over the Fool up right. I'm hearing he is really good at detecting who's drunk. I'm hearing that specifically here with the Son of Pentacles. Like, he can smell on someone's breath how many bottles they've been downing. And they might be an investigator. I'm hearing Gemini be I'm hearing your Boy Scout. I'm hearing culinary skills as well, whatever that may mean for a number of you. There could be something, if you're cooking something, just kind of be aware of what's being brought in and out of the kitchen, and what is being baked with. I'm hearing specifically, it's like if you're eating something, I'm hearing if you're baking around the children, just be sure of the ingredients. Like something, it's so interesting. I'm seeing you like in a grocery store, in the aisle, like reading ingredients. Okay, and there could be something that you're bringing to the table, like again, something that you just might want to kind of be cautious about, something that you may want to also be clear on. It's like if somebody has an allergy or something of that nature, and in whatever way that may be meant for a number of you, but it's like kind of just be really clear on that, okay? It's like, all right, if someone has an allergy to shellfish or peanuts, let's make sure that there are no shells even in the shellfish, whatever that may mean, in particular for a number of you. It's like something that is like written on a box but not actually baked with. It's like, okay, this facility bakes with, let's say, peanuts. I'm hearing peanut sauce. I'm hearing hot sauce. I'm hearing hot sauce. It's like, again, Gemini, whatever's coming through here, I take it as well. If you're dealing with a Taurus, especially, I'm hearing Taurus here specifically, like someone who's very sensitive, like they've got a lot of like sensitivities. I'm hearing they might have a little bit of like I'm hearing like something to do with, it could also be perceptive, how they might be, again, like they may just be really also empathic, sensory. It's like they know if someone is sneezing and what they're sneezing from. It's like that kind of thing where like they know what someone is doing, I'm hearing as well. And I'm hearing the law. There might be a focus on interpretation of the law, interference with the law. All right, now the Six of Swords is in reverse, mirroring the Magician in reverse. And I'm hearing something like, what does that mean? Okay, there's a focus perhaps for a number of you or someone in this mix who might be making certain moves that are not entirely mobile legally, where it's like, okay, how did you do that? I'm hearing, how did you make that? How did you, I'm hearing, make that fish, I'm hearing also smell so good, sound so good. And it's like there could be something that's just, you're kind of like a little bit, I'm hearing fragrant. Again, there's something here, specifically with the Son of Pentacles. They've got a nose here. They've got some kind of sensory perception skills, especially with culinary talent. I'm hearing at the front table. The front table. There's something that they might also be. They might be presenting something. They might be also. Claiming something. They might be claiming some sort of asset, or they may be making a major move forward in a certain industry or in a certain direction that they have been discussing for a long time, moving in. And this could be, I'm hearing, a parent, child. They could be someone who you work with as well. I'm hearing though, like a parent, child especially, and it's like almost like they've been at school for cooking, and they've been thinking about I'm hearing crafting their own, I'm hearing cafe plate menu. It's like they might be thinking of I'm hearing casting certain, I'm hearing roles as well. I'm hearing though, again, Sotheby's, like I'm hearing analysis, like they might be thinking still about how to take that to the next level and get off the ground. Leo, I'm hearing Sagittarius strongly. Gemini, let's get on here with your reading yet again. We'll pull a few cards for the energies leading up into the full moon. The energies of the full moon. There's a whole lot going on here, right? It's like this is I'm seeing it as being a very festive time. I'm hearing trivia test quiz. It's like there's something that's very I'm hearing best friend like as well. There's something that could perhaps be coming through that makes you feel really close to those around you. And it is, again, it's holiday season. Always take it as you will, right? What does it mean to be involved in a certain celebration as well, and whatever this period of time may mean for you, right, is what I'm getting at there. Gemini, I'm hearing Sagittarius and Leo strongly. You got the Lovers of the Apex, you spread 5 of Pentacles. Let's pull them cards for you, Gemini. I'm hearing singles. I'm hearing all the single ladies. I'm hearing singles club with the 6 of Cups and the Lovers. The Father of Swords in reverse, right over the 5 of Pentacles. The Hermit mirroring the Daughter of Wands. The Ace of Wands. The Justice card right over the Moon. 4 of Wands in reverse. And the 3 of Cups upright. Again, I'm seeing you as being very curious. I'm seeing you as being very particular as well about the way that you want to pique your own curiosity. It's like, I'm seeing you like holding a balloon and you're like, how do I pop it? how do I'm hearing a clay mask out of clay. It's like that kind of feeling. How is it that I'm going to be clarifying as well my intention here? And there could be a focus on how you assert your own independence in all of this as well, how you assert your own intentions, your vision, your perception, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, the Emperor upright, how you are going to be ordering those hors d'oeuvres, and it's like what you're going to be putting on your plate. Again, there's this focus on food for you, Gemini, strongly so. The star is right over the Tower. But again, it's like, bring it on. I'm hearing, hit me with your best shot, fire away. It's like Ten of Pentacles at the base of the star. You have been working towards this particular monumental, the Two of Cups here in reverse, right over the star, moment of, I'm hearing casting your own show. I'm hearing your own Showtime business suit. I'm hearing with the Strike card upright. It's like, how is it that I'm dressing myself up for the role? And how is it that I'm going to be playing it out? And that is taken on a whole new cycle for you here in terms of how you actually do that, how it is that you actually contemplate that space of taking action on what you've been, let's say, feeling for a long time, what it is you've been interpreting, emotionalizing, perceiving, meditating on, what it is that you have been, again, like imagining, and I'm hearing carrying out. And if it's a certain industry that you want to work in, I'm seeing you yet again, it's like, I'm not going to just look at Pinterest all day. I'm hearing and play with Polly Pocket in my Porsche, whatever that may mean for a number of you. I'm hearing in my hand, like I'm almost seeing someone with like a toy or a gadget. It's like I'm hearing writing her a letter and telling her that I want to actually review her work. I'm hearing as well. I want to actually rock out at her show. I'm hearing as well. I want to routinely, I'm hearing, be involved routinely in what I have been I'm hearing on the receiving end of. And it's like, I want to be active. I'm hearing, I want to play an active role. And I'm seeing where you perhaps in the past were taking somewhat of like I'm hearing a stance of remission, where you're like, okay, I'm hearing inactivity, where it's like, even let's say you communicated about certain things, but you didn't communicate how you wanted to form. I'm hearing also a certain, I'm hearing idolization. I'm hearing with the Strength card, like how you wanted to, let's say, profess your gifts, your talents in a physical way. I'm almost seeing someone who, let's say, was brought on board in a certain I'm hearing packaged program, like someone who perhaps has been an intern or was given like a sort of trial period of, okay, let's see what you're going to enjoy at the company, let's see. And then I'm seeing it almost like in the beginning of like, okay, yeah, let's see, yeah, you're right, let's see. And then you kind of like, you go with the flow, and you're wearing these floaties and you're floating down the river, and I'm hearing it's not called the lazy river for nothing. Take it as you will, Gemini. It's like, and you're kind of just going, I'm hearing around the rosy here with the Five of Pentacles. And it's like, okay, I'm hearing, and I'm seeing the number 3 perhaps being a focus. It's like, I've been kind of, I'm hearing reviewing, I'm hearing reciting, but what is it that I'm going to be remembering of all of this? And the Eight of Swords coming through, the Hierophant looking right over the Eight of Swords. And the Hierophant popped out almost as if it was like a letter, like in a file folder. Like a file folder just kind of dropping out. And I'm hearing drawing on the label here. And it's like there's something that you're perhaps closing out, the Death card right over the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Nine of Pentacles upright, something that you're just like, you're done with, Gemini. Like you don't want to dance in that room anymore. You want to become, I'm hearing, a doctor. Whatever that may mean, in particular for a number of you want to get really, I'm hearing, formal in your practice as well. And again, I'm seeing someone who, let's say, was given somewhat of like I'm hearing an opportunity to kind of like shadow or ghost a certain industry space. And they're like, all right, like, see how you like it. And then you were kind of like taking that really literally. You're like, let me see how I like it. And then you're like walking around this room, and I'm seeing like working with children as well for a number of you strongly. And you're walking around, you're like interacting with people, and you're like, let me see how I like it. And you're like repeating that in a certain way to yourself, like almost as if it's like I'm hearing a command. Like I'm almost seeing it as like a mantra, like almost again something that may be perceptively focused, something that might also be based in, let's say, a philosophical way. I'm hearing meditatively, and I'm hearing entrancement, and it's like, and then all of a sudden it's like, wait a second, I'm hearing, I don't want to just be making markers. I'm hearing specifically, I want to be molding the market. I'm hearing again that they let me see here, Gemini. Okay. As you feel it, there is a sense of spiritual guidance here in moving in this direction. Yet again, I'm seeing it in this way. The Strength card and the Sun both coming up right over the Five of Wands in reverse. Ten of Wands in reverse. Two of Pentacles right over the Moon. Moon is right over the High Priestess. The Death card right over the Moon and the High Priestess. A whole lot of water energy here. And the Justice card right beneath the High Priestess. You know, I'm hearing what you want to be starting here. And you got the Mother of Cups backstroking. I'm hearing specifically to the Moon. And the Nine of Cups upright, right over the High Priestess. Someone here is incredibly psychic. I'm hearing, and don't you doubt it. I'm hearing how they see you eating that donut. I'm hearing when it's not even in your hand, whatever that means. It's like they can read your mind. I'm not good. And this can be your own energy, right? It could be a sense of also telepathic sort of connection that you feel with someone, or also in a certain space. It could be a knack for understanding how a certain industry works. But I'm seeing here, Gemini, specifically that you're no longer kind of like taking those impressions as just, I'm hearing intuitive bolts. I'm hearing flashes of Uranian light. I'm hearing specifically, it's like, okay, lightning just flashed, and what is it that we're now going to be getting going here? I'm hearing specifically the Six of Cups upright, right over the Hangman in reverse. It's like you might have a vision here of what holds value down the line. I'm hearing momentum, and there's a little bit of a question of what you kind of perhaps as you perceive it need to liquidate in order to do that. It's like, do I need to like kind of, I'm hearing take certain I'm hearing roles that I've played in the past down. I'm hearing, do I need to kind of like, I'm seeing someone who might be like, again, entering in a certain industry and like they are really used to working in another industry. It's like, no. I'm hearing we don't use rollerblades in the I'm hearing on the racquetball tennis court. It's like that kind of feeling. It's like if you were, let's say, in a certain industry or in a certain field, even with athletics, right? It's like, oh, I used to play squash and now I play soccer. Like I used to do water polo and now I'm doing swimming. It's like there's this shift in the way that you might be working. I'm hearing specifically also with your bare hands, with your hands. I'm hearing also your feet, your toes, whatever that may mean to a number of you. How it is that you might be identifying with and acknowledging certain also values that you hold uniquely here, Gemini. And I'm seeing you wanting to get really clear on that as well. It's like, wait, hold on a second. What am I putting into this? And how is it that the way that I have been acknowledging those identities, I'm hearing frequencies as well, is now being brought to light. I'm hearing very clearly, and I'm getting again that you don't want to just be. I'm hearing going door to door. Okay, you don't want to just sort of be. I'm hearing on command. I'm hearing like you don't. I'm seeing it in this way. Like I don't want to be a chief executive officer on call. It's like I don't want it to be something where I'm not actually the marketer of my own message. And the Hangman's in reverse, right over the Mother of Swords in reverse again. You might, the Daughter of Pentacles coming out right over the Hangman, the World right next to her. Yes, mirroring the Hanged Man, Gemini, you know that this is not just, I'm hearing how Harry met Sally, okay? This is not something that you just kind of held in your hand as a I'm hearing a twirl of hair that you couldn't kind of like let go of because I'm hearing it was so hot outside. I'm hearing specifically with the Son of Wands coming through. Yes, I'm hearing it was hot outside. Yes, there was a sense of also happiness around you in the environment that you were in, perhaps when you were in a certain environment, when you met someone. But at the end of the day, Gemini, you know when something gets you, okay? And you know when something gets, I'm hearing a hold of the parts of you that don't just go away. And it's related here to the Hanged Man reverse. If you're dealing with a Pisces, if this is your own energy, I'm seeing that, and they may have a lot of Sagittarius here, they might be an entrepreneur, they might have a lot of Aquarius as well in their chart, the Daughter of Pentacles coming through as well. There's a focus on what you see yourself eventually, I'm hearing, breaking down as the conversation pieces. And I'm hearing repooling together as I'm hearing the past that leads to potential. Very interesting. I'm seeing you deconstructing something, I'm hearing by way of your values, but I'm seeing it as also being somewhat like physically, actually working with a physical environment. It's like, okay, if I want to move into this industry, I need to like not work with those business cards anymore. I need to not be printing my name on the front of every magazine. I need to not be leaving my number at everyone's door. I'm hearing as well, whatever that may mean in particular for number of you. I'm hearing every girl's door as well, whatever that may mean. It's like, I need to not be breaking up as well with my own buddies, whatever that may mean in particular for number of you. And it's like, again, there could be a focus on perhaps a certain industry that you want to break into. I'm getting that strongly for a number of you. What it is that you see, I'm hearing you believe there is potential for, absolutely, and not because someone has believed in it for you, where it's like, oh, we think that you would be great at this, and you're like, yeah, I'm hearing, well, I'm glad that you do. I'm hearing, I also feel that there's a certain grape that's going to eventually grow on that vine. But it's like, no, I'm hearing, I am not looking for grapes. I'm seeing it being related to the Pentacles at the base of the stack, mirroring the Father of Swords. I am destined to understand how I'm hearing, take the vine, I'm hearing, and the grape, and I'm hearing, gather them all. Whoa, Gemini, you are not working towards a certain paradigm. No. If somebody was wondering what your version of math was, I'm hearing also like the software, they're wondering like, what's your software upgrade? What's your latest software upgrade? And you're like, you didn't, like in the past, if you weren't clear on it, like you didn't fully clearly assert it. It can be related to concepts of marriage. I'm hearing the paradigm of partnerships as well. And you like never really like told them, I'm hearing definitively with a solid answer what you really, I'm hearing made I'm hearing the cookie monster grown about, whatever that may mean to a number of you. It's like, I'm seeing it as being related to what you have an effect over others with. And what does that mean, right? But I'm seeing it as being also like a certain sauce. It's like someone may have seen a talent in you or a potential in you, and you're like, yeah, okay, but it's like, so what do you see doing with that? Or what do you see creating? And again, it's like they may have hired you, almost like an intern position, and they wanted to kind of see what you would do with that. And then like you kind of like rolled with it, and then you very quickly rolled out of bed of just kind of receiving. I'm hearing again being on the receiving end of what has been rocking you, and I'm hearing through the Temperance card here, looking over the Six of Swords. This could have been by way of suggestion of, let's say, even a therapist. I'm hearing a mentor. It could be your own energy, Gemini. What is a therapist? What is a mentor? It could be a best friend. What does that mean, right? Always take it as you will. But I'm seeing that you it's been a process of almost wearing down, like walking over the same path over and over so many times, doing the same kind of work over and over so many times, I mean, routinely, that it becomes so apparent to you what you actually want to be revolutionizing and what you actually want to be working with. And the time, as I'm getting it, was I'm hearing used to kind of clarify that for you. And if someone was kind of wondering, well, where were you going with things? Or it could be, again, it could go in a number of ways, but, and especially if you're dealing with a Taurus, if somebody was kind of wondering, well, where are you going with things, Gemini? What are you actually going to be jamming into the lock as the key here? I'm hearing also of contemplation. And again, right, what exactly does that mean? There could be a focus on the philosophy of what you are projecting here. And it's like, what's going to be the thesis of all of this research? And this could be professors, could be academics coming through for a number of you. Also legality. You may be working with a legal advisor. But yet again, let's backtrack here, Gemini. There's somewhat of a space of understanding of what we would like to honor. And yet again, if someone was wondering what you were kind of working on and why you're working on it in that way, I'm getting that it's not a matter of them becoming clear on that. It's a matter of you becoming very direct about how you want to be dancing within a certain decision that's made. And I'm seeing that for a number of you, you might have been realizing slowly but surely that I'm hearing, I was meant for you. I'm hearing that song. You were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Is that how it goes? Gemini. It's like I'm seeing you being like, I have wings for a reason. Like, I need to fly. I'm hearing I need to use my feathers, and I need to finance them. I'm hearing as well. And again, there could be this focus on what you kind of want to be recognized as, what you want to be receiving. I'm hearing, and also I'm hearing removing. I'm hearing what you want to be regenerating. Okay, and there's a focus on the livelihood of that. You could be thinking, well, how am I going to be manifesting that on a broad, expansive public level? How am I going to be taking that not just from Tinseltown to I'm hearing Tacoma, Washington, whatever that may mean, in particular for a number of you related to the Magician, the Hierophant, and the Son of Pentacles, the High Temperance card. I'm hearing the High Priestess as well. But how is it that I'm going to be taking that to, I'm hearing also Miami, to I'm hearing Canada, Vancouver, I'm hearing specifically with the World, and the son of always take it as you will, Gemini, right? The Daughter of Swords, the Judgment card. But how is it that I'm taking that as the jewel of my crown, and how is it that I'm going to wear that crown all around town, all around the towns that I visit? I'm hearing that I view, that I review. For a number of you, you might be a critic, like a professional critic. Like you might work for a newspaper of some kind, and you write up reviews, and you kind of want to like be. I'm hearing well received in that industry, but also in a way that is like known for how broadly you pursue it. It's like, I'm not just going to review, I'm hearing jam and jelly. I'm going to also review, I'm hearing Jean-Georges, which is a 5-star Michelin restaurant, okay? To take it as you will, Gemini, but there's, yet again, it's like, if someone was wondering like, why is he not, I'm hearing like cranking the dial. Like, why isn't he calling me? I'm hearing as well here with the Hierophant. I'm hearing on that line, on that number. Related to, though, I'm seeing it as a conversation. Like, why isn't he not also talking to me about a certain topic? The feeling can be, Gemini, that, yet again, it's like there is a space of not having enough stories to tell. I'm hearing specifically. It's like, I'm hearing, I didn't know what to tell you because I didn't tell it to myself first, and I wasn't also told it. And that is not necessarily, I'm hearing an issue of, well, if I don't, let's say, want to talk about partnerships, marriage, commitment, or communicating in this way, or connecting with individuals in this way, in a professional way. I'm hearing it as well as like, I don't know if I want that to be my profession, sort of feeling XYZ sort of industry to be my profession, or XYZ involvement, job, task to be something that I get paid for. It's like, I'm seeing that it was related to how, not that you would gain experience in that space, but how you would identify with the many opportunities to kind of acknowledge that possibility of what you could create in that space, of what you could create also outside of that space. And the Three of Cups here at the base of the Hierophant, it's like I needed to know not who I was by way of I'm hearing just believing in it, but by way of really, I'm hearing releasing it. And that is held in a space, Gemini, of how you have been, I'm hearing roaming specifically. And again, I'm seeing somebody who's like in a big company, like a big office or a business. And there are so many different rooms here. And it's like, oh my goodness, I've been moving from this room to this room, I've been doing this classwork, that classwork. What major do I want to major in? What's my favorite class? What's my storyline here? You know, sort of feeling. And it's like, Gemini, it's almost as if you have gotten to the point and realized that it's not a matter, let's say, of how you have moved from room to room, that has made you aware of which one you like best, but how you have realized that you have not been moving in the direction that makes you feel focused. And on you, very interesting, on what you identify with, that you would like to bring forward on a broad, public, expansive level. I'm seeing it as being related to career, the Eight of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles. Now, the Temperance card is right over, perpendicular to the High Priestess. You may be dealing with someone who's got a lot of Sag in their chart, a lot of Sagittarius, a lot of Pisces. Somebody who has been here, I'm hearing, like, I'm hearing your blood brother, whatever that may mean in particular for a number of you. Two of Pentacles mirroring the Temperance card. They are very prone to, I'm hearing hypermentalizing, processing certain events. And this could be your own energy, Gemini, absolutely. But I'm seeing that there's a cycle here that is coming full circle, that's coming undone as well. The Two of Cups mirroring the Temperance card. It's like, I'm hearing at the end of the day, I'm hearing to message her. I'm hearing, do I want to marry her? Do I want to make her my memory? I'm hearing specifically, do I want to make them also choose me? And I'm seeing it as like, there being somewhat of a standard that you kind of feel you have to keep in that space where it's like, if I'm going to offer my audience this particular promotion, I'm hearing as well, if I'm, let's say, even hiring someone, what is that going to make room for down the line? The Three of Cups in reverse, the Father of Swords in reverse. What is that going to communicate to the rest of the world? The Five of Pentacles in reverse, Strength card in reverse. What is that going to take down in a certain way as I'm hearing the scaffolding of a certain storyline and stage that I realize I felt did not suffice and needed to be revised, I'm hearing, in the way that it would eventually be identified with on a physical level. And I'm seeing you being very aware, Gemini, of how you physically operate and maneuver through a certain experience emotionally. How is it you are identifying with what you're feeling emotionally and how you're acting on that? And for a number of you might be kind of thinking about how your actions match up with your words in a certain way, or your thoughts. And if I'm thinking like this, if I'm feeling like this, if I'm feeling a certain emotion, if I'm feeling a heavy heart when I don't have them in my arms, I'm hearing specifically when I don't have someone also to talk to at night, when I'm having a bad day, I'm hearing when I'm having a bad moment, whatever that means. Remember, hopefully not. Always, hopefully not. But it's like, how is it that I'm actually having a discussion with myself when I'm having those moments? And what is it that I'm perceiving of them analytically? And how is it that I choose to act upon them? I'm hearing immediately. And there's somewhat of a focus on response, how you may be kind of like, and if you've got your moon in an air sign, Gemini, or you got a lot of air in your chart, like a Mercury in an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, I'm hearing moon in Libra strongly here. Aquarius I'm hearing as well. It's like there could be the propensity to really think, really hash out what we hold in the heart space. Whatever that may mean for a number of you. Really, I'm hearing hand over as well what we feel we're handing ourselves. And it's almost like, oh, this emotion is so strong. I'm hearing, how do I count it? I'm hearing specifically, how do I capture it? How do I consider it as an action as well? Within an actionable space. And it's almost like the question is, well, how do I take action on what it is that I'm feeling? And you got so much fire energy coming out for you here, Gemini. The Magician, Son of Wands, Daughter of Wands, a Hierophant, Seven of Cups is in reverse, Son of Pentacles upright, looking at the Magician upright, Three of Wands upright, connecting the Magician and the Son of Wands, Two of Wands upright, the Hierophant's barking over at the Hermit's in reverse. We're ready, I'm hearing, and we're also done with playing with markers that don't, I'm hearing dance. I'm hearing dance into the dark with us, whatever that may mean for a number of you, with markers that don't dip, I'm hearing, into the shallow and deep end of the lake. It's like, I'm not going to be playing it like I don't care. I'm hearing as well for a number of you. I'm not going to be like showing that I'm half interested. I'm hearing half-hearted as well. It's like, if I'm feeling, I'm hearing like, and I'm seeing someone who has like a butterfly on their chest, and they're like, if I'm feeling that I'm hearing both wings are filled in, why am I acting like only half is? And it's like, if you have been, again, it's like this feeling of like, let's say you or someone that you may be dealing with, especially if you got a lot of Pisces, someone with a lot of Pisces in their chart, if you've been kind of like acknowledging but not honoring in a certain way, like, how do I hold them in my hand? I'm hearing, how do I hold them in my heart as well? How do I, right? It's like, how do I also finance this venture? It's like, I have the vision, I have the imagination, I have the dream, I have the seed, but what's the soil going to be? What's it going to look like? And it's almost like I'm seeing that the Ace of Pentacles coming out right then and there for you, Gemini. How is it that I am considering this alliance, this audience, I'm hearing as well, this community, this conversation as sacred, and the ways in which I uphold it as, in a certain way, superficial, in the way that I align it with what I'm feeling? And I'm hearing you're getting really clear, Gemini, on how you interpret your emotions, how you interpret what it is that you see very clearly as holding potential. And if something as you feel it has potential, you're not going to be forsaking that. You're not going to be, I'm hearing, and analyzing that. I'm hearing frenetically, like, I'm hearing, okay, they told me this and I told them that, and then we talked about it, and then we didn't, and then we told each other goodbye, and then we told each other that we would be leaving, and then we told each other. It's like, I'm seeing you kind of at the end of the day being like, listen, I'm hearing masks off, the Strength card in reverse, the Ace of Cups upright. We are here to dance. And what does that mean? That means that we need to do it. The Ace of Cups upright mirroring the Emperor upright. It's like, at the end of the day, we've got duties as well. And what doesn't really take you to that space, I'm hearing higher, whatever that may mean for a number of you, it's like, what doesn't really take us to the kind of stage that we also see ourselves kind of launching a certain platform off of, we're getting really clear on, well, that doesn't really help us get the job done. That doesn't really help us get our dance moves carried out just right. And there could be a focus on the physical environment. There could be a focus on also the community that you might be interacting with. There could be a focus as well on what you feel has potential down the line. It's like, well, if I see myself operating better in a certain environment, let me start to kind of think about that. Okay, thank you so much, Gemini, for tuning in. Love and light to all here. Thank you all so much for tuning in, for your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscriptions. Dear Gemini, the mid-month readings, the November to the 31st, November 15th to the 31st of the month readings, extended readings, are now out and available. You can check them out via the link in the bio description box below. The protocol is the same as the last few months have been with those. Thank you so much for your support with them, and have a beautiful full moon in your very own sign, Gemini. Love and light to you all here. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you soon. Bye.